Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Dr. Rogers, a multiple scholarship winner and a research professor in Korea. So this is a very short video in which I'm going to talk about a situation whereby you've been doing your PhD for probably 2 years, 3 years, and you do not yet have any results to publish. Yeah, I came across a tweet from from a PhD student within a PhD chat where she's saying she spent 2 years, she hasn't published, she doesn't know if she should quit the PhD or not. And it just occurred to me that I even know of people who are currently still doing their PhD probably for the past 3-4 years, but they do not have any results yet. They cannot graduate, so they feel kind of lost. Yes, PhDs could be very tricky, especially for those doing sciences. It can be very, very tricky. At one point, especially if you're not getting the results that you want, you might feel like, oh, you've got to abandon, or you should cancel the PhD and quit. The first thing is, in this video, I'm going to address why you shouldn't quit and what you should do. First, why you shouldn't quit on a personal level. Personally, I feel I'm someone, if I start something and I don't finish, it would disturb me for the whole of my life. Like any new project I'm gonna take, if I don't finish or close up on the previous one, will keep inferring or disturbing my performance, or not really giving my best. That explains why even my own PhD was sponsored, full sponsorship for 3 years. After that 3 years, I was expected to, you can either stop or continue on your own personal finances. I couldn't stop because continuing even when you don't know when you will finish, because a PhD is like you going through a tunnel and you keep seeing the bright light at the end of the tunnel, but it's longer and longer and you don't know when you meet that. So I just had to keep continuing, because of that belief that one day I'll cross it, and if I leave, I've spent so much time and a lot has been invested in me, so I not really feel good about it. And the reason why you shouldn't quit is that first you need to find out what are your requirements of fulfilling your PhD studies, and a lot of them require you to have maybe 1 or 2 publications. So for you to publish, sometimes you can just go ahead and look for, you can even publish your literature. The literature review part is what you can publish even two papers within good journal, which will permit you to to graduate without you necessarily finishing your experiment. And this is one aspect I found out about it when I started doing my postdoctorate. Publishing literature reviews are very hard and difficult and tricky, but this is something you can do just sitting on your desk. You don't need to go for experiments. You can get so many papers, you put on your desk and you publish them, and that usually comes in as the literature review part of most theses. And a lot of PhD students are not aware of this because they are usually very fresh into the field, so a lot of people don't encourage them. I encourage you to publish a literature review. You can go ahead, look at the style which other people use for the critical review. It will take you time to publish 1 or 2 of them, but with those now, it will enable you to fulfill the criteria. In another worst scenario, the results you did not get, the failed results, you can still go ahead and look for journals which you can publish the failed results. Those failed results are still results. In science, you must not always get a positive result. Sometimes the negative results can still be what after some years will be recognized as good results. So I encourage you to look for papers, reputable papers, which will enable you to publish those failed results. Put them out there for people to know that that is what you got, and at that level, and it suffices for some journals to accept that, and you get to graduate. So this is for all PhD students struggling to with their work. Always assume, always try as much as possible to publish your work, or in some cases you can discuss with your supervisor or your PhD, whoever is supervising you. If he's kind enough, he can help you to check on something simple experiment. You keep it simple and you graduate. But within 2 years having no results, you do not need to panic, because you're not the first. A lot of PhD students are probably going through that. So if you love this video, give me a thumbs up, and see you again in my next video.